Hey guys, Infidel1258 here. Today I am playing some survival mode rank grind and I'm fighting with the bot, and so I want to talk about it. The rewards here are crazy, the bot is powerful, let's get into it. Okay, so if you're new to my channel, my name is Dwayne Cunningham. I go by Infidel1258 and I love Splinterlands. This game has changed my life, and so I'm enjoying it. I've been playing it for nearly 7 years, and I think you may enjoy it too. So if that sounds interesting, stick around, subscribe to the channel. But yeah, survival mode's awesome. I've talked about it already. You guys know what it is. My card library versus everyone else's card library, and as I lose, certain cards will die or they go on cooldown and you don't get access to them. But the rewards are huge. I've seen today, I fought people, lost to people who got 60 SPS while playing in Silver League. That's crazy. In the highest, most rewarding places in this game outside of this mode, you might get 1 SPS or 2 in Silver, like half an SPS even. But Champion, the highest level of the game in Wild or Modern, you might get 10. Well, if you're at the tippy top, it might be more than that. But you can see the point. There's a huge distinction between the lower levels of survival versus the highest levels of the other parts of the game. And so I'm obviously intrigued. And the only real I love playing survival mode myself, but the only problem is I can't play enough. I can't play enough games. Then I hear Jangles from the People's Guild talking about how he turned it on the other day, and he said it using Xbot. He said it. You can go into configuration and you can set it so that the number of battles, if you go on a losing streak of 3, 6, 9 games in a row, it'll turn off. And that's pretty relevant for survival mode in particular, because you ultimately, if it starts going on a real bender, you want to shut her down. Maybe your cards are getting crushed because all your summoners are gone. You know, you want to shut her down. And so I set it to 6 and I went and turned it on today. You got to configure it with the rewards. You got to set up your Xbot payout because they get a slice of the pie, 10% of the Xbot SPS returns. But that's what I did. And I didn't just do it because, man, this will be, let's see what happens. Although that's a piece of what I want to cover here. Let's see what happens. But I also did it because I even see on X, I saw over here today, I wonder if I'll be able to find it right now. There he is. Jeff opens cards. About 5,000 SPS yesterday, and still have 14 hours until the next claim. This after 300 matches in Wild to start the season, and getting all cards used within those matches and not survival eligible. So still competitive in Wild too. So I guess what he did was he played as many matches as he possibly could in Wild, and then when he was out of energy, he turned on the bot. That's what I think I'm understanding that correctly. Turn on the bot in survival. But as you can see, within one gameplay mode, survival mode, 5,124 SPS. It looks like that's a 1 and cooldown remaining 14 hours. So that's a 10-hour play window that generated 5,000 SPS. I have no doubt a number of his cards were put on cooldown. They died in that battle, in that phase of play. But that's awesome. 300 matches, 10 hours, 5,000 SPS, 1 play session. That's crazy. That's important. That's significant. Here's one of the battles that the game is throwing at me. I'm on the bottom. My enemy's on the top. What's going to happen? I'm going to pause right now. What's going to happen? He's got the Inspire. He's got the speed. He's got big hitters. He's going to miss me a lot over here. Is the Gobson going to drop some bombs and then go bloodlusting in a crazy way? Oh, pulled away. We got to just watch him faster than that. This one looks like I got this one, right? Yep. So let's skip Alex. We're going to pull that one out. What do we get? 7 SPS on that one. I lost that prior one. I want to watch it quickly. If the game isn't going to give me another match, this is that prior match. Let's hit it for 4. I bet the Gobson goes on fire. If he drops yeah, see, everybody cracked that card, then Gobson got the kill for the Bloodless from 5. And then everything else has small hit points. I'm putting in work, but the Gobson is just eesh. And the Scavenger is a nice combo with that, the Screeching Vulture rather, because it just keeps getting bigger and bigger with the Scavenge. But yeah, this is such a crazy card for 2 mana. And my enemy there got 30, was that 30 SPS for that win? This was a match from a few minutes ago. And I'm on the bottom. Yeah, you can see obviously right out the gate I'm going to win. I mean, and my opponent's using a level 4 gold Quicks to Devious. Like, they've got strong cards. Now, the gold foils come back off cooldown faster. That's one of the things about this mode. Your cards are on cooldown after you lose. And even if you win, if your card died in the course of the battle, it goes on cooldown. And so having gold foils is obviously a preferential thing. That was 7 SPS. What else did I got here? I got a win here, but I lost 1, 2, 3 cards. Let's watch that one. I played this one myself. I submitted this team. I'm going to pause for a second, and I'll say I was expecting him to do Wave Brood with the blue, and I knew he had a gold league level. But look, he has gold league level cards. I have diamond league level cards, and I'm going to lose 1, 2, 3 cards. I saw that on the end screen. His taunt is enough of a distraction that his coastal sentry can put in work. The triage was irrelevant because I'm putting too much damage. I knew what he was doing. I should have put more, I guess, frontal shield, because I need time for my backline to cook is really all I needed. But like little mistakes like that cost you big. That I didn't see, that I didn't plan appropriately for that frontline shield meant that I just lost those 3 cards for a number of days now. That's a number of days. And they're higher league level. They're each maxed out. So I think it might be 4, 5, 6 days, something like that, that those cards are down. Those are amazing cards, and I don't get to play with them. More importantly, maybe the bot doesn't get to play with them right now. We already saw that one. That was my opponent threw, I guess, on that one. So in the last 7 minutes, I've got win, win, loss, win, win. And, you know, if it's 7 SPS per battle in 7 minutes, that's pretty solid. This is the prior match. Oh, throwing the Cursed Slime Ball, which is, you know, essentially a throwaway card. But, there's something interesting about survival mode. There's 9 SPS for me. There's something interesting about survival mode. Some of the cards that are really crucial in rank mode are less crucial in survival. And some of them that are crucial, but are even more so in survival. Martyr cards immediately get a huge appreciation and financial reward, right? Because they're meant to die. And so when they die, you lose them. So you need to have multiple copies. Overnight, that changed some of the financial returns on some of those martyr cards. And let's just quickly look at Vruz. Let's look at the month valuations across a month. Okay, so in the last month, $250 worth of value has been spent on Vruz on the marketplace. 3,000 copies have been sold in the last 4 weeks. There's been a 15% increase in the price, the average price across the last month. 15%. And I think if we go through and look at some of the other martyrs, you're going to find similar stuff. Fungus Flinger, month. 19% increase on the price. Firecaller, gold foil, 11% increase on the price. These are martyr cards. Iziar, I bet you, if you're even on the market, this is such a great card. And if it goes down, this is such a great card. With the taunt, the void, the martyr, and the huge hit points, so you can keep it alive with the triages. Tempting, honestly tempting. What's your months? Up 12%. So that's not inconsequential, man. 12 to 18% increases on some of these martyr cards. And then other cards that maybe are pretty meaningful, like for instance, redemption. I would say redemption cards, their prices should go down. Like Cursed Slime Ball we saw just play. I don't know if it's gone down, but yeah, it has gone down. That was just a total guess, but I'm saying redemption is like that because your card is meant, especially with a Cursed Slime Ball, your card is literally meant to die. And in the context of survival, that is just non-functional. Exploding Rats, has your price gone down? Yeah, 27%. Now, ultimately, this is reflecting in my mind the impact of survival mode and the prices, how that influences the marketplace. Beyond survival mode, I know we'll see other waves and other reasons to believe in certain assets, and I'm convinced that cards like this, Cursed Slime Ball, Exploding Rats, still have their own places of success. Survival mode is just not them, just not it. And there's other scenarios too. Taunt monsters is another one you could look at, and I bet those, taunts are so valuable, especially in the regular rank experience, but they, in some ways, like because they attract all the attention, they're going to die sooner. Therefore, you maybe need more copies of them, especially if they're strong taunt monsters. So I would expect that to have increased their prices. Let's watch this one. I'm on the bottom. Yep, I'm in trouble, I think. Although I have the double striker. Depends if Does he miss anything? Like I've got a phase, I've got flight, I've got good speed. You should miss me. They should miss my Pellicle Conjurer. That miss, good. This miss, those are huge misses. This one, there we go. We can pull this out if we keep that up. He does have the reflect over here though, and I have only one triage. But my archery putting in work to delete the Imperial Knight. And then what's going to happen? Oh, I don't have a res. That. I think we lose this one, right? Can we? Yeah, we're going to lose it. Big time. I would argue that my Pellicle Conjurer went down faster than I think maybe makes sense in the context of that. That was round 4. We didn't dodge enough incoming damage, in my opinion. Let's see if there's any other battles here that are worth checking out. And maybe we'll wrap up pretty quick after that. No, you know what? That was like it's the one before it was 4 minutes ago and then 76 seconds. I'm going to leave it there, guys. I think that's the point. It's like this is continuing to be excited and it's driving market conditions. It is creating discernible waves in the finances of the game. So much so that you can, I predicted that redemption would probably have gone down in values, and I think I showed that quickly. Also taunt we didn't look at, but I bet that has gone up. Wave brood price across a month up 10%. Mycelic subspawn across a month up down 23%. Interesting. What about Night Ghoul? 38% increase in Night Ghoul. So there moments like this, with survival being a really unique thing within Splinterlands, drive remarkable ripples within the context of the card ownership, the valuations, where people are leaning and where they're leaning away from. And I think that's worth noting, because it points us to something, points us to opportunities. Whether those opportunities that I just pointed to are still open doors for maybe us to act on now, because they could, just because they've gone up doesn't mean they can't go up more, or because they've gone down doesn't mean we can't go down. Some of those examples can't go down more. Maybe those are actionable items, but I think even more it points toward maybe there are other things like that right now that someone else has not yet seen. I'm starting to wonder if land is that thing, because I do think land is in the background quietly, being a factor and yet being ignored because of some of the bells and whistles with respect to survival. And that's maybe another conversation for another video. It looks like I'm going to pull out this win. We'll finish here as I wrap this up, and we'll see how many points we get. But I do love beating people and seeing some of their Catrubble Gobsons disappear for them for 14 days. This is a low level common card that'll be gone for 14 days, I think. So another W. We'll see how many SPS we get. I really like some of these big hit point tanks, especially the scavenge like cube. So successful. Another 7.6 SPS. And if I quickly come over here to my reward wallet, even after 15 minutes, I can see that we put together 55 SPS. Thank you very much. I'm going to let that thing go. Guys, have an amazing day. I hope you found this interesting. If you did, like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below. Have an amazing day. God bless.